Welcome to the JB Media Institute and our weekly digital drop-in. This is Sarah Benoit, the lead instructor, and I'm here with Justin, our co-founder.
Thank you, Sarah.
So again, my name is Sarah. I'm the lead instructor of the JB Media Institute, and today we're going to talk about a number of things related to video marketing. And essentially, we're going to cover kind of some key things that I think are really important when it comes to creating video content that's really effective and helps you build your brand online. So we're going to cover listening tactics, storytelling tips, video styles, some video creation and editing tools that you might want to look into, and some video distribution tips. So if you didn't know, video is really a huge part of what's happening on the internet today. So in just a broad sense, we know that more than half of what is happening online every single day, whether it's desktop or mobile, more than half of what's happening there is video content. And so at this point in the game, I think for many businesses and organizations, you really want to explore how this type of media fits in to your digital content strategy. And there's a lot of different options. So it is a place where you can get creative. You might want to test out some tools, play around with some things, look at what your competitors are doing, but really kind of dig into the topic of how you can create awesome, valuable, entertaining, interesting content that would get your audiences excited. And I think this is especially important in the tourism marketing world. So there's three things that I'm going to suggest for listening that I think are really valuable. The first is using a keyword research tool like Moz.com's Keyword Explorer. Moz.com's Keyword Explorer allows you to do one piece of research per day for about 20 days. And then if you're using the free version, then they'll kind of block you from the system. But once you get into that next month, you'll be able to do it again and again. So you can also pay for their tool, but I think it's about $149 a month. So I just suggest using the tool over the course of a couple months and doing individual topical searches. So I've put in just kind of a screenshot of what this looks like, and you can go to Google and just type in Moz Keyword Explorer, and it'll take you right to the website. When you type in the keyword, phrase, or topic that you want to dig into, you're going to get this page that you see here on the left, and it's going to give you keyword suggestions, and you're going to want to click into that section, and then you're going to get this list. So you can see that basically when I typed in the word Asheville, it brought me all sorts of phrases related to that region. So indoor activities, Asheville NC, Asheville outdoor activities, places to visit in Asheville, shops in downtown Asheville, Asheville shopping downtown, right? So essentially it's going to bring me this list. If you look at this bottom number here, it brought me over 1,000 different topics that people search around Asheville. And essentially if I was promoting something in the region, I'd be able to see what people are typing into the search engines when they're searching for things to do in our area. So once I've created this list, I can use the little check boxes and create an awesome spreadsheet that allows me to keep this information. And I like to do this listening because it's going to help me create content ideas for my videos. The other keyword research tool that I use also for creating video content ideas is called answerthepublic.com. And Answer the Public is a great place to put in a topic, and then it will spit out a number of questions and prepositions and topics that people are typing into the search engines. So here you can see in this example, I typed in the phrase family vacation as my topic. And then one of the graphs that I was given is basically topics that people look for in the search engines that involve things like family vacation with, family vacation to, family vacation for, all of that sort of stuff. So if we look at the wheel here, you can see there's lots of different locations that are really popular in search. You can also see that there are things like family vacation tours, family vacations with a newborn, family vacations with a 5-year-old, family vacation with a dog. So people are looking for all sorts of information about how to plan their family vacation and what types of locations and activities and venues and regions would be good for them. And then you'll see down here in the lower right, in addition to these circle graphs, they also give you this excellent sort of breakdown in alphabetical order of different topical areas. So again, I'm going to use the keyword, the Moz.com keyword explorer, along with Answer the Public, just to really dig into what are people searching for around my particular tourism topics. And then the last thing that I do for video content is I actually take my same phrases now that I've, dug into, and maybe I have a couple spreadsheets and things that I've saved, so I know what kind of topics people are looking for and the kind of people we're trying to attract. And I'm going to actually do some YouTube and Google video searches for those. So you can see here are 2 examples: things to do on vacation in Georgia and family vacation with an infant. And so I just like to go on and take a look at what is showing up at the top. What type of video content has already been created? Are there people out there, organizations or businesses that are specifically answering different questions? What do the videos look like? Are they very promotional? Are they more informative? Are they entertaining? Because I think this can help give you a lot of ideas about how to make your video content more standout, more shareable, more memorable. And so again, these 3 tools are things that I would really use just in the beginning phase of thinking about how video can play a bigger role in my content strategy, in this beginning phase of really research and listening and understanding my audiences and what people are looking for. Because as you're creating content to attract people through video, it's going to be really important that you connect with them in a really personal way, and that you answer their questions, you solve their problems, you get them excited about coming to your region, to your attraction, to your area. So in addition to listening, I think you really want to identify what your stories are as well when it comes to creating video content. So Dr. Howard Gardner of Harvard University basically says stories constitute the single most powerful weapon in a leader's arsenal. And so I think it's really important, especially in the tourism world, to understand that the story of your venue, your attraction, your location, your destination, that story is what is going to make people really personally resonate with the types of content and marketing that you put out, especially in video format. And it's going to drive them to take more actions in telling other people about it, in visiting your area, and when they are visiting your area, going to your particular venue. So stories and understanding them, doing a little bit of brainstorming and maybe creative work before you start creating video content to come up with real clear ideas about the story you're trying to tell is going to help you create content that's much more sticky and stand out. So there's a couple tips I want to give you around this. First, you really want to think about clarifying your audiences and the message. So in the tourism world especially, you might have many, many niche audiences. So you want to dig into how you can make sure that you're developing video content that speaks to those niches and not just to the broader kind of audience. And that's because typically people remember your information more when it's more specific to them. So you might be talking about the same attraction, you might be talking about the same event, but how you talk about it to different parts of your audience, you want to make sure that you're clear with that. Second, with a lot of video, I think you can gain a lot from drawing on real experiences. So live streaming, documenting something as it happens, showing behind the scenes things, getting people to share their experience on video and capturing that, all of that makes your video content more authentic and more believable. So not everything has to be polished and perfectly professional, but it does really have to be authentic and real and believable if you want people to connect to it. Third, make someone else the star. So again, in your video content, don't just focus on promoting your business or organization. Think about how you can, again, tell the story of how your business or organization is moving through the world, moving through the community, contributing to different things, benefiting people. Shine that spotlight outward on your partners and on your customers and on your staff and on the people that are involved in things, and give them credit and, give them a lot of accolades and excitement. Sometimes there's great video content that comes out where one company or organization is actually promoting another, and that content can do really well. So think about how you can really make other people the star of the show. Share the struggle. So this is something that I think a lot of us shy away from in marketing, especially in tourism, but talk about the challenges you've overcome. Talk about the things that have gone wrong in the past. Again, this goes to being authentic and believable. And sometimes when you create video content and you make the company or organization seem really human, people actually have a better response to it, especially on social media. So I think if you look at the branding and marketing for Asheville as a city, you see that a lot of times they've been willing to tell the story of how the city was once boarded up and there was nobody coming here, and that in the 80s they wanted to knock down our downtown and turn it into a mall. So a lot of that stuff is about, Asheville's not brightest time periods, but sharing that story gives the whole city more flavor when people come here and see how vibrant it is. And then the last tip I want to share is just using the KISS method. So keep it simple, sweetie. When it comes to video content, not all of us can be experts. Not all of us can have fancy cameras. We might just be using our phones or our tablets and simple type of gear, but that's okay, because the truth is video content can do really well as long as it's valuable and relevant to the people who are watching it. So don't overdo it. Don't overcomplicate the situation. Stick to kind of basic things. Make sure your audio works. Make sure your mic is good. Get a simple tripod from Best Buy. All of that will allow you to make better use of your phone and allow you to make video content that really is usable, even if it's not 100% professionally edited. The last thing is, remember that the story of your organization or business or location is organic and it's going to evolve. So the story is not going to be static. You're not just going to repeat the same lines over and over. You really want to have that kind of real experience, that real people involvement. So when it comes to trying to create a memorable and shareable story, even if you're a marketing department of one or a small business or organization run by a little team or even one person that's in charge of everything, ask for feedback from people you trust. So create some videos, put together some ideas, and then get feedback. And don't be afraid if people don't like it. Just listen to them and realize that the goal is for your video content to serve the people who watch it. So you want those opinions, even if they're not all 100%, everyone loved it. And then test different story angles and see what gets the best response. So we're going to be talking about how to distribute your videos in just a minute. But remember, you might see that certain videos really rise to the top and get more attention and people resonate more. So when you see things that are really connecting in a better, stronger way, then continue to go in that direction. So there's a lot of video styles. I wanted to just encourage everyone that you don't have to be forced into the talking head, right? So it doesn't always have to be your face on the screen. A lot of people are adverse to that. So if you don't feel like sitting on camera and talking, and you don't have someone right now on your team who could do that for you, then think of all the other options that you have out there. You could have other people that you bring in to interview. You could do tours of your location or your attraction. You could do how-tos or explain certain things, do different demos of products. It could be just entertainment. It could be humor. You could answer questions. You could capture testimonials. You could provide customer service information. Drone camera footage and on-site footage of different venues and attractions can be really powerful. You can even do infographics. You can do photo montages. You can do live streaming and real-time coverage. So you can do webinars that you record like we're doing today. So think about how, one of these styles can fit into your content strategy and choose the things that you feel more comfortable with. There are also thousands of video creation and editing tools available today, both for your desktop and your laptop, as well as your social media type of tools and your smartphone tools. So I've put together kind of a list of my top 10 things that I think you should look into if you're going to be creating more video. And I will say that I'm a big fan of Animoto. They're very easy to use. And if you have great photography, it can be a great way to create simple videos with music. Powtoon and VideoScribe and Go Animate all dig into kind of the infographic and animated video world. So if that's something you're interested in, they have a lot of great affordable tools that you can use. And then of course, social media and mobile tools are everywhere. I am a huge fan of Facebook Live, a huge fan of Instagram apps like Hyperlapse, which allows you to create time-lapse videos, and Boomerang, which creates these little short repeating videos, Flipagram, Cameo by Vimeo, and the Horizon app. All of these things from a tourism perspective would allow you to capture so many things happening in your space in these really unique and different ways. So test things out, maybe create a few things, see what you think, get some opinions before you drop that stuff into your strategy. But explore these tools, don't be afraid of them. And then, of course, when it comes to video distribution, there's 5 key things I think you can do. So create a channel on YouTube. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, owned by the largest search engine in the world. And a lot of people go there to find out information about different destinations. So create a channel, brand it. Any video content that you create in MP4 format can be uploaded there. Embed videos on your website to make your website more dynamic. As people watch your videos on your website, that counts as a YouTube view. So over time, you can build up views and your video will perform better inside of the YouTube search and Google search. Optimize the video titles and descriptions. So if you've done your keyword research to generate ideas, use those keyword phrases to title and describe the video. If you're using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, take your MP4 files and upload them to each one of your social media sites. They will get a lot more exposure in the news feeds if they are native or uploaded directly to the social account and not just shared as a YouTube link. And then if you have an e-newsletter, consider putting video in your e-newsletters. Newsletters that have subject lines that let people know they can watch a video often get higher open rates and higher click-through rates, so it may be a unique way to engage your audience. But I encourage everybody, especially if you're working in the tourism world, the retail world, you have a brick and mortar location, video can be a big game changer and it can create a lot higher engagement on social media. It can hold people on your website longer. It can have a large number of benefits. Thank you all so much for being here, and don't hesitate to reach out to Justin and I with further questions about these topics or to learn more about the DIY workshop as well as the JV Media Institute. Thanks again and have a great day.